Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to Chitkal IELTS Academic with Professor Osman Ghani. Dears, this is our fourth class and we are discussing what are the different strategies and techniques to score Band 9 in IELTS speaking test. So we have discussed a few and we'll go through these one by one. Zoha, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. What about you?
I'm great. Thank you so much. And Mr. Reis, how are you?
I am good, sir.
That's very great. I'm great. Thank you so much. Hopefully your IELTS is going great.
Yes, sir.
Very well done. So let us now begin discussion with IELTS Band 9 technique. How can we score Band 9 in IELTS examination? So can you please read what is written in yellow for me, dear Zoha?
Answering IELTS Part 1.
Answering IELTS Part 1. That's very great. So there are a few things that we need actually. So what is the first thing we actually need for...
It's a sentence length. The second one is starters. The third one is expanding ideas. The fourth one is grammatical range. And the fifth one is synthesis of this sentence.
Very well done. Now I'd like you, Mr. Reis, to go through these one by one. Here we go. Can you please read this for me? You see the mouse cursor is on. What comes first, Mr. Reis?
Sentence length.
Very well done. What is first? Sentence length. Number 2?
Starter.
And number 3?
Expanding ideas.
Expanding ideas. And number 4?
Grammatical range.
Grammatical range. And number 5 is?
Synthesis sentences.
Senses of sentences. So these are 5 things that we have to look into in order to understand what are the techniques to get Band 9 answer. These are actually 5 things we are going to work on. Number 1, we have done that so far as sentence length is concerned. How many sentences should there be? Zoha, how many sentences should there be for...
there will be maximum 4.
Maximum
not
4
more than 4. Minimum it could be 3.
Yes.
But maximum 4, not more than that.
Not more than that. And the second thing was starters. Using?
Starters, yeah.
Starters. Okay. Number 3 is actually expanding the ideas. How do we expand the ideas? Now, this is something that we're going to understand. For example, come over here for a moment. Yes, I'd like you, Reis, to read this for me. Band 9 technique, IELTS speaking part 1 questions. What was the question 1? Yes, this was actually the question. This was the same question. Okay. Tell me what is the climate like? Yeah.
In your country.
In your country. That was actually the question in IELTS speaking part 1. So Zoha, can you please read the first statement written over here in black?
Yes, sir. It generally starts from here.
It's generally hot and humid from here.
Okay, it is generally hot and humid, although it rains heavily in October. This has the big influence on our way of life and our industries because the work tends to stop in rainy season, examples, etc.
Etc. That's great. So here we go. It is generally hot and humid. This is actually basic information. This is basic information. It is hot and humid. Meaning wise speaking, it is the very basic information that has been provided. That it is hot and humid. This is the information or initial idea that is being provided by the candidate. For example, the question was, what is the climate like? He said the climate is actually hot and humid. Got it? Meaning wise.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's just like impulsive reaction, impulsive answer.
You can say it is
that
impulsive
is someone
answer.
is
Yes, impulsive answer. The thing to note is
point
that
to point
it is
answer.
An idea. It is an idea. It is an idea that he is giving. Yeah. The second thing, although it rains heavily in October, now this idea is being, this is again an information that he has provided. Basic information. Yeah, it rains heavily in October. Now he has answered 2 different ideas in this question. The first idea is that our climate is actually hot and humid, and the second idea is it rains in October. Clear?
Yes, sir.
For example, the question was, what is the climate? And he answered the climate is, it is hot and humid. And the second thing is that it heavily rains in October. So these are 2 informations that he has provided. Now, rest of the 2 sentences which are used in the answer, they are not basic information. They are not basic information. Rather, they are expansion of the same thing he said in the first two sentences. The first two information he gave, and then he expanded the information. He expanded the very information that he provided in the first sentence or idea. Now he's expanding that. For example, now read this sentence, Zoha.
This has the big influence on our way of life and our industries.
That's very great. Stop. So this has big influence on our way of life and our industries. So what has big influence on their way of life and industries?
Hot and humid environment.
Yeah, raining, hot and humid environment, and specifically raining. It has actually influence on their life and industries. It means that the candidate is not actually giving a bunch of information. Rather, what he's saying, he's trying to give a reason for that. He's trying to justify what he has said. He's actually adding the second extension to the very first idea. For example, the idea was it heavily rains in October. That is information. And what does it do? It has influence on our life and industries. This is not the information he's providing. Rather, he is expanding his basic information. For example, I give you an example. It will be quite easy for you to understand. For example, if we give a sweeping statement that what do you know about corruption in Pakistan? And you say that Pakistan, there is a lot of corruption and every institution is corrupt. The Prime Minister is corrupt and everybody is corrupt. And we see corruption everywhere in every... This is not the way. Because you have given four information. And these are only the sweeping statements. Pakistan is corruption, corruption in every institution, corruption by Prime Minister. No. Whatever you say, you have to justify. For example, there is a lot of corruption in Pakistan. For example, the former Prime Minister is thought or caught as a corrupt. Now you don't need to give any other information before you make explanation and you give justification of what you said. For example, you must tell that the former Prime Minister is corrupt because he has been alleged and then proved and judged on and is found guilty of these things. Now your statement is justified because you have given reason for that. Without reason, you don't just keep on giving sweeping statements. Clear?
Yes, sir.
For example, Reis, are you getting my point? What I'm saying?
Yes, sir, I got it.
For example, if I say, tell me about your brother, and you say that my brother is, his name is Reis, and he's 6 feet tall, and he works in Islamabad. So that's okay. What you need to do, you have to now give not the information, rather expand on information what you're going. For example, my brother, he's Reis, he lives in Islamabad, he has very good relation with me, and he's very good in his character because he behaves well with everybody he knows and he doesn't know. He's very good in his character. This is information. Now you have to justify this information, then you move on to second sentence. For example, you say he has very good character, he is 6 feet tall, he lives in Islamabad. You will be given no marks. Why? Because you're not actually making sense of the things. Whatever you say, you have to make sense. For example, he is very good in character. Why good in character? Because he behaves well with everyone he knows or he doesn't know. He behaves very well, everyone he knows or doesn't know. Now here you have justified the very idea you are saying. So this is how the third thing in answering, securing band was, as I told you, expanding the ideas. You are supposed to expand the ideas in order to get and secure good grades. For example, basic information was it heavily rains in October. Heavily rains. Does it have any influence? Yes, because it has big influence on our way of life and industries. And how does it influence? Why it actually industries and lives it influences? Because work tends to stop in the rainy season. This is how it influences us. So now these two sentences are actually added information on the very first or basic information. Zoha, hopefully you have got the thing I wanted you to understand.
Yes, sir.
So what do we need to do? First, we have to make around 3 to 4 sentences long. Number 1. Number 2 was we have to give a starter. And number 3 is that we have to expand on our ideas. We have to expand on our
ideas.
We don't give speaking statement. Reis, have you understood what I'm saying actually?
Yes, sir.
Can you please tell me in your own words what did I mean by telling you these things?
First of all, we have answered to 3 to 4 sentences.
Well done.
And then we give a basic information and relate this information to next question, next answers.
Next statement.
Yes, next statement.
Okay. Means we give added information. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Well done.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then we are starter
Then we
like
give starter.
yes, thanks, goods, or well. This is starter.
Very well done. जी Zoha, आप मुझे बताएं, what do you understand what I told you about?
Basically, when we are going to answer our first part, which is the speaking test, there will be a general questions about ourselves. So when we are going to answer about ourselves, there will be some points which we are going to follow while answering. That is, number one is number of sentences. So we should use at least 4 sentences. And then we use the starters just to make the conversation smooth, to make the communication smooth and simple. And the third one is expanding ideas, which means that if we are stating any statement or any opinion, then we should have to give the reason about that, why we are stating this. If the plant is green, why the plant is green, what are their characteristics, why the plant is green. That includes the expanding ideas, and the fourth one will be the grammatical errors, which we haven't discussed yet. And the fifth one is synthesis of the sentences, how we synthesize, how we organize the sentence. That is basically the 5 points which we have.
That is actually the fifth point. Yes. Okay. So now I'd like you to read this one. For example, here we go now.
Okay. The main industry examiner. What are the main industries?
Okay.
The main industry is the prediction of.
Sorry.
Should I go on or stop here?
Wait a moment. What are the main industries? This is the question we had in the previous section. We were just trying to understand, and this is the question again.
Yes.
Now we are going to break the answer in order to understand the greater idea that how do we actually expand on our information to get band 9 answer. For example, what are the main industries? Yes, Zoha, I'd like you to read the first sentence written over here.
Okay, the main industry is the production of cars and buses.
Very well done. The main industry is production of cars and buses. And what is it actually? This is
the basic information.
Basic information. Yes, this is the information being provided by the candidate. Okay, now read this sentence, Mr. Reis, the second sentence.
Which are mostly exported. This is added information.
Yes, this is added information because this is the information which is provided more than the previous one. For example, the main industry is production of cars and buses. This was the thing he was saying. This is the information he gave. Now he's not giving something ahead. He's not going that we also make plastic things, or we make beds, and we make furnitures, and we make different type of useful infrastructures for offices. No, he's not moving on to a bunch of information. Rather, he's relating what he's saying. He has given basic information, and he has told what this basic information and how this basic information actually gets extended in answer. For example, which are mostly exported. Now he said first thing, and then he expanded on the first thing he said, that these cars and buses are actually mostly exported. So he's saying first thing, and then he's actually expanding on the idea. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now the second information. Zoha, I'd like you to read this sentence 3.
So it's plastic items, especially toys, which is the basic information, and then we will extend more over that.
Now the second information
Should
is
I
provided.
read next one or not?
Wait, what is the second information? He has said that now we also make toys, or our industries also make toys. Now what do you do with these toys? Now you have to expand on this information you have provided, this basic idea actually. This is the basic idea, and this is the added information on the basic idea. Again, plastic items, especially toys, this is the basic idea, and this is the extension. Now read this, Zoha.
Are important exports as well.
Very well done.
This is the extension of the toys.
Extension of the toys, yes, extension of the first idea is given. Now we see that he has given 2 ideas, and he expanded on 2 ideas by giving added information on both these ideas. Is it clear, Mr. Rees?
Yes, sir.
Very well done. And now the last sentence, I'd like you, Rees, to read this for me.
In fact, we tend to export most of production that we manufacture.
In fact, we tend to export most of the products that we manufacture. In fact, we tend to export most of the products that we manufacture. Now he is actually giving conclusion of what he said. The first idea was making cars. The second idea was actually making toys. expanded on the ideas, and then he said all we export actually, all we manufacture actually, we export. So he has given conclusion. So there are now three parts in a question in terms of expansion of ideas. First, you make an initial idea, then you expand on your idea. You make an initial idea one, then you expand on your idea, and then you give conclusion. So idea wise or structure wise, we need to structure our answer into three parts. Number one, that we have to give initial idea. Number two, we have to expand on initial idea. Number three, we have to give causation, or we have to give justification or conclusion of what we said. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Zoha, are you clear about this?
Yes, sir, I'm clear about this. I want to know the which is green in color. It is basically the starters.
No. No, these
Conjunctions.
No, not conjunctions. Actually, I just wanted you to understand. Actually, now which is the word? This is actually which word is actually pronoun, and it is being used for what? Cars and buses.
Cars and business. Okay.
Cars and buses basically. So this is expansion of these two things, and the second initial idea is actually toys. Okay, so this is why I just screened it.
Okay.
Okay, and these products, cars and buses and toys, actually are manufactured. So this is actually the basic idea. This is basic idea, and this is basic idea. Now this basic idea is expanded over here, and this basic idea is expanded over here, and these two basic ideas are again expanded over in this third sentence. Simply speaking, we need to structure our answer into three parts. Number one, initial idea. Number two, giving added information, and number three, justifying or giving conclusion of the things we discussed or sentences we made in answering IELTS speaking part 1. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Very well done. So dear, for today it is I think sufficient.
Yes, sir.
We went through only three different things in answering IELTS speaking part 1. Number one is actually sentences length. Number two was giving starter, and number three, most important in IELTS speaking is at least structure of the answer. Number one is initial idea, then basic information, and then conclusion. This is the structure of IELTS speaking part 1 question. You must not miss this structure because it gives you edge over, or it gives you upper hand to secure maximum bands. Do you have any questions related to things that we have?
No, sir, I don't have any question right now, but maybe while I'm going through this, maybe I'll have that, so I can ask you over the WhatsApp. Sir, kindly share me the audios so that I can go through that audios as well as the transcription of the previous one.
No problem. You take screenshot for this, what you see on this my screen.
Okay.
Reese, आप भी screenshot ले लें.
Yes, sir, I got it.
अच्छा, जोहा आप ये ग्रुप में शेयर कर दीजिएगा. अच्छा, नाउ टेक स्क्रीनशॉट फॉर दिस.
ओके सर. यस सर.
ठीक है. अच्छा, अब हमने डिटेल से डिस्कस कर लिया है कि पहला क्वेश्चन किस तरीके से स्ट्रक्चर में डिफरेंट था, और फिर दूसरा क्वेश्चन किस तरीके से था. मतलब द मेन इंडस्ट्री इज प्रोडक्शन ऑफ कार्स एंड बसेस, ये इनिशियल आइडिया था, व्हिच आर मोस्ट एक्सपोर्टेड, ये एडेड इंफॉर्मेशन.
जी बिल्कुल.
फिर प्लास्टिक आइटम टॉयज है, इनिशियल आइडिया है, और
ये बेसिक इंफॉर्मेशन थी.
हाँ, ये एडेड इंफॉर्मेशन है, और फिर इसको हमने कंक्लूड कर दिया. अगले दो
इन शॉर्ट, हमने अगर बेसिक एक इंफॉर्मेशन देनी है तो हमने उसके साथ एक सेंटेंस उसके एक्सटर्नल देना है एक्सटेंशन में. मतलब एक ही देना है, इससे ज्यादा नहीं देना. इससे ज्यादा देंगे तो वो फिर एक ही चीज के बारे में हो जाएगा.
नहीं,
तो हमें मैक्सिमम 2 या
नहीं, वजह ये नहीं है. वजह ये है कि फिर आपके क्वेश्चन की लेंथ ज्यादा हो जाएगी ना. वी आर बाउंड, हाँ, क्वेश्चन की लेंथ में वी आर बाउंड टू आंसर इन 3 to 4 सेंटेंसेस मैक्सिमम. तो हम फिर एक आइडिया देंगे, उस आइडिया को हम एक्सटेंड करेंगे और फिर उसको जस्टिफाई कर देंगे, तो हमारे 3 सेंटेंसेस तो हो गए. ठीक है. अच्छा, इसी तरीके से आपने तीसरा क्वेश्चन भी अच्छे से देख लेना है. इन क्वेश्चंस को सामने रखते हुए और 3 चीजें जो आज हमने डिस्कस की हैं उनको सामने रखते हुए आपको मैं एक असाइनमेंट सेंड कर रहा हूँ. लेट्स हैव अ लुक ऑन द असाइनमेंट फर्स्ट. हैव अ लुक ऑन दिस फर्स्ट. ये आपको नजर आ रहा है ठीक तरीके से?
जी सर, नजर आ रहा है.
अच्छा, आपका जो टॉपिक है वो है फ्रेंड्स एंड फैमिली. क्लियर?
यस सर.
अच्छा, vocabulary to speak about friends and family. These are important words on this friends and family. Vocabulary, a lifelong friend, a friend that you have had for most of your life. इसी तरह relationship of trust, a connection with another in which you have faith and confidence. इसी तरीके से to hit it off, ये एक अच्छा expression है. ठीक है. तो it means to like each other straight away, यानी एक दूसरे को बहुत पसंद करते हैं. Hit it off. They hit it off one another. They hit it off each other. ठीक। अच्छा, पहले आपने इस वोकैबुलरी को अच्छे तरीके से गो थ्रू करना है, इसे मेमोराइज करना है मे बी, ठीक है। और इसके बाद फिर ये क्वेश्चंस हैं 3 साथ में। फर्स्ट पार्ट हम कर रहे हैं अभी। नंबर 1, डू यू कम फ्रॉम अ लार्ज फैमिली? नंबर 2, व्हेन वाज द लास्ट टाइम यू हैड अ फैमिली फंक्शन? एंड नंबर 3, वुड यू टेक अ फ्रेंड और अ फैमिली हॉलीडे? इन 3 क्वेश्चंस के आंसर्स आपने प्रिपेयर करने हैं। कल आपसे मैं ये आंसर सुनूंगा ऑन द सेम स्ट्रक्चर दैट वी डिस्कस्ड टुडे। क्लियर?
क्लियर।
Okay, sir.
समझ आ रही है ना? होपफुली यू विल डू दिस।
Yes, sir.
यस सर।
शाबाश। अच्छा, अब मैं एक आपको ये असाइनमेंट सेंड कर रहा हूँ जो आपने स्पीकिंग पे करनी है, और ये अच्छा खासा टाइम लेती है, मतलब इसको आपने लाइट नहीं लेना। यू हैव टू प्रैक्टिस इट ओवर एंड ओवर अगेन। इसको अच्छे तरीके से स्ट्रक्चर करना है। जब आप 5 से 7 ये असाइनमेंट कर लेंगे, फिर आप स्पोकन में जरा अच्छे हो जाएंगे। नंबर 2 थिंग इज, आई एम गोइंग टू सेंड यू 2 ऑडियोज बिकॉज टुमारो इज फ्राइडे एंड वी हैव ऑफ टुमारो। अगर मेरी तबीयत बेहतर हुई, टाइम हुआ, तो इंशाल्लाह मैं एक मेकअप क्लास ले लूंगा। सही है? क्योंकि आप दोनों क्लास आपकी मिस हो गई थी, तो आई विल ट्राई कि अगर मैं आपको असिस्ट कर सकूं तो आई कैन मेक मेकअप क्लास फॉर यू। आई कैन टेक मेकअप क्लास फॉर यू, ठीक है। अच्छा, इसके साथ मैं आपको एक ऑडियो अभी सेंड कर रहा हूं, यानी सेक्शन 4। सेक्शन 3 तक तो हमने कर लिया ना, अब आप सेक्शन 4 भी करेंगे और साथ में ये भी प्रिपेयर करेंगे कल तक, ठीक है। अगर क्लास हुई तो मैं इसको सुन के आगे असाइनमेंट दे दूंगा, और अगर क्लास न हुई तो यू विल लेट मी नो दैट यू हैव डन योर असाइनमेंट, तो मैं नेक्स्ट असाइनमेंट जो आपको वो सेंड कर दूंगा। क्लियर?
ठीक है सर।
चलें, enjoy yourself, try to do best than you have done before, and in case of any inconvenience you may text me anytime. Wish you good luck. See you in the next class inshallah. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.